Hi, my beautiful queens. This is going to be a long and hard video. As a lot of you seen, I did post a video at the beginning of March because I was struggling a lot with my mental health. I was going through things that were definitely difficult for me, and I'm the type of person que a veces, I just keep going with life, and I suppress a lot of my emotions, and I broke. And I've gone through a lot of things all of my life, and a lot of people don't know a lot about me. They don't know my true story and things that I've gone through my entire life. O sea, a veces la gente te mira y te juzga, and they have things to say about you without even really truly knowing you. And the thing is that this is my story, and what is chisme to you is my testimony. I'm not ashamed of the life I've lived. It has definitely made me into the woman that I am, and God is changing me. And I recently went to a healing retreat. I've gone through so many things, these past couple of months. And the past year has been just insane. I've lost a lot of people. I've gone through a lot of shit, and it has definitely just made me into a whole different person. And I'm about to invite you into my life. I'm about to share something very, very deep and genuine and completely raw with you guys, okay? So I know that this is gonna open the door for people to say things, and that's totally fine. I've always been the type of person que me vale madre lo que diga la gente, because at the end of the day, nobody feeds me and nobody puts, a roof over my head but me. So fuck it. I wanted to take a longer break from social media because I feel like I want to continue working on me. But unfortunately, I couldn't do that because I am a single mom and social media is one of my incomes. And, yo le tengo que chingar de una manera de otra because my kids depend on me. So with that being said, I'm going to share something completely vulnerable with you guys, okay? Les voy a compartir algo super, super hard, okay? So here we go. With that being said, the new version of me. When I arrived at this healing retreat, I was terrified. The entire ride there, I had anxiety. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, nor what to expect. But I knew that taking the step was going to help me heal my heart and my soul. My journey in life has never been easy. I've always wanted to spread my wings and fly, but I couldn't because my wings were broken. My heart was shattered, and my soul was filled with sadness. Every time I looked in the mirror, I always found something wrong with the person looking back at me. I had such a hard time falling in love with me. Every time I thought I was doing better, the pain I tried so hard to bury would come back and haunt me. It wouldn't allow me to be at peace. I couldn't sleep. Some days I'd eat too much and some days too little, or even nothing at all. I always smiled and cracked jokes, and everyone always thought I was happy, but I wasn't. I tried so hard to love everyone around me, especially a man. I always gave every bit of me, even though they didn't deserve even an inch of me. I always went up and beyond to prove to them how good of a woman I was, because I thought maybe then they'd choose me. Maybe then they would love me the way I love them. But the truth is, when I was only 5 years old, my innocence was taken from me. Not just once, but multiple times. At such a young age, I already felt like I wasn't worthy of love. I always believed that no one could ever care about this girl who was broken and lost. All those times I was being taken advantage of, I thought, why isn't anyone stopping this? Why isn't anyone saving me? I hate this. I hate me. I don't matter. If I did, this wouldn't be happening to me. I grew up and I slowly became my own destruction. I gave my body to people who didn't deserve it. I did drugs, I drank, and I got into more fights than I can count. I was always angry and hurt. More than anything, I was broken. I seeked love from men because I so badly wanted them to save me. I wanted them to love me in a way that I couldn't even love myself. But each and every one of them broke me in a different way. I made a lot of mistakes in every relationship I got into. But I don't regret it because it molded me into the woman I am today. But to be honest, I wasn't always a great woman. I wasn't always faithful. I wasn't always honest. Or I wasn't even good to people that I loved. But how could I be if no one ever showed me how to be? I became so angry with time that it scared me. It scared me every time I got upset, because every time I got angry, I would only see red. My words and my actions in those moments hurt the people that I cherished the most. And that part of me I hated more than anything, because I was reminded in that moment that I was my father's daughter. Every tear that I fell down my face was a lesson that was hard to overcome. I had 3 children, and every time I gave birth, that happiness I felt of seeing their little faces slowly faded away with time. Nothing could fill that empty void I felt inside of me. I begged and I pleaded God to please take this pain away, to bring me peace, but I was asking for these things when I wasn't even ready to change. He was knocking on my door over and over and over, yet I wouldn't let him in. So many times I wished that I wouldn't wake up. I even tried to take my life at one point because I was tired. I felt defeated more times than I could count. I didn't realize that every time I got up stronger each time, because I was the only one there to pick myself up. And nothing or no one could break me. But God made me one of the chosen ones. Growing up, I witnessed things I shouldn't have. I went through hell, but God brought me to the light. I'm not a victim anymore. I'm a survivor. My pain was a blessing, and I'm grateful I experienced abuse, hurt, pain, sadness, loneliness, because it showed me how resilient I am. So many people doubted me. They said I would never grow, that I'd be a nobody. But here I am, and this is the best version of me. I am not ashamed of who I used to be, nor of the judgment I have received, because this is my testimony. My scars made me strong. God took me by the hand, and He told me to rise from the ashes. On March 1st, 2026, I died, and I was reborn into the woman that I was destined to be. I left that fragile, sad, and broken little girl who once needed saving in those woods where I healed. I no longer looked for someone to love me. I learned that love I was seeking all along was inside of me. The broken woman who always allowed disrespect, who didn't know her worth, who didn't value herself, who will no longer accept less than she deserves. My light was once dimmed, but now I know what bravery looks like. I found courage to keep going. I faced all of my fears. I learned that the battles that I was fighting, the burdens that I carried deep in my heart, the pain that I once felt needed to be surrendered to the Lord, for He is my shield. He is my Savior. I trusted Him. I finally trusted Him. I opened the door to my heart, into my life, and I let Him in. I let Him lead in my life, and I am not afraid of the darkness anymore, for I learned to walk alone because Jesus walks with me. Can you imagine that? God gave His only Son for us. So you best believe that I'm gonna give everything for the Lord. Wherever I go, God is within me, and I will not lose. For every person that walked out of my life was not meant to stay. They were only temporary, and that's okay. I no longer fear being alone. For this journey, God is taking me down. No one can come with me. He put me back together. He fixed every broken part of me. He rebuilt my wings piece by piece, and now I can fly without fear. And I would like to introduce you to this new version of me, the one who survived what once broke her and came back untouchable. Today, I choose peace, and today, I choose me.